Talk Radio.
Welcome to Spirit Medium, Laura Mediumship and Messages. Here you can enjoy healing to happiness with exceptional, evidential and ethical spirit communications. Spirit Medium Laura has been channeling spirit for over 30 years. She is a research medium and is featured as a top 100 psychic in America. Here is Spirit Medium Laura now.
Hi, everybody. That message always makes me laugh. Welcome to Spirit Medium Laura, Mediumship and Messages. The first 15 minutes or so, I'll be talking to you about things going on in life, maybe a little bit of a story or something that hopefully you can relate to. Then after that, I'll do some mediumship. That means connecting to those who've transitioned to the world of spirit. And then after that, I'll do a mix of both. I have 3 people who've made donations this evening. And usually it's very busy on a holiday weekend for some reason. And I bet you dollars for donuts is a lot of love questions in the audience because this time when we have a weekend, especially Valentine's Day weekend and then President's Day, usually we have a lot of love questions, if you will. It's a time to think about that. I do a mix of mediumship messages, meditation. I might talk about meditation, something about manifesting, perhaps, mentoring, and medical intuition as well. These are some of the things I do during the show. And information on how to connect, call into the queue is there at the website for the show, which is spiritmediumtv.com. So there's a website for the show called spiritmediumtv.com, and everything you need to get squared away and into the queue for readings is there, as well as the Blog Talk Radio link. I had somebody text me just a few minutes ago. She couldn't figure out how to get onto the show. spiritmediumtv.com. After that, all you have to do is read and click on some links and you're good to go. There are 4 things that you can get on that website besides what I just said. There's a sale if you'd like a 25% discount in private session with me. That's item 1 on Spirit Medium TV. If you'd like to be in to win a private session with me, that's item 2 on that page, spiritmediumtv.com. And it's a contest. There's instructions on how to join the contest there. It's a monthly contest. So if you do join our mailing list, and I only got one person's email actually, but there were a couple I didn't have time to ask when I was pre-interviewing you before the show. So if you're interested in joining our mailing list, you'll be in to win, as well as being kept up to date on articles I write and other things. There was somebody who said she is a 305 area code, that she is on my mailing list. I think you might be on my meetup, which does not give you articles and other things. It just tells you about the radio show. So if you're interested in that and you want to join the contest, just go to spiritmediumtv.com, and item 2 will describe how to join our mailing list and be in for the monthly contest to win that private session. Item 3 on that page on spiritmediumtv.com explains to you and gives you the opportunity to make a donation, which goes in part to help animals. That's item 3 on spiritmediumtv.com, and you will jump the queue. It's called the 8 No Wait. Donate 8 and jump the gate. If you have an urgent matter that just can't wait, donate 8 and jump the gate. And then I was saving the best for last. You can always watch the show live. I have a video feed at spiritmediumtv.com. Item 4, which is at the bottom of the page, allows you to see me in front of a simple backdrop, my talking head, if you will. And although it's not very fascinating, you never know, though I may roll my eyes or something. So you may not get everything by just listening to the show. You may want to watch it as well. So, I have a couple of things I could talk about this evening before we go into our meditation / channel group message, which I will be doing in a moment or two. But I think what one of the events, or one of the things I want to talk about, sort of preempted the first thing. So the first thing was about manifesting money using spiritual gifts, and I'll probably talk about that Wednesday, and there is an article that will be highlighted in my next newsletter about that. But I think I want to talk about something else, which is just kind of eerie, I guess, eerie. And I try not to be in the business of eeriness. I try not to do the drama thing. I don't feel it's because I don't think spirit is scary. I think spirit is a beautiful place, not nothing to be frightened of, and ghosts and goblins and all that woo woo stuff I stay away from. But this is what happened. I had a private session with a client, a regular client. I work with her maybe every 6 months or so, and she's a widow. And I bring in her husband usually during those sessions, and we did on Saturday past. And her husband immediately opens the session by saying to her that her right-hand man at work will be replaced with someone else. And that it's good that he hasn't made advances towards her in a romantic way, because he's really not going to be, I don't know, he's not going to be around, or he's not the right person for her, or something like that. And then he goes on to say somebody new will be coming in. And we're assuming that meant that she would find I was assuming she'd find a new romantic interest. I don't know what what the client was assuming, but nevertheless, so we're listening to this, and my client's a little disappointed because she thought this right-hand man could be more to her than just a right-hand man, and blah blah blah. But she accepts her messages. We didn't think anything of it until I got a call from her today, and this right-hand man to her was killed last night in an auto accident. And so that transition was foreshadowed without saying he would be killed. And it's interesting to note that spirit does not want to alarm us. So I'm sure that the foreshadowing of this event was done in as, I guess, comforting way as possible. The last part of it is I was so upset for my poor client because she'd lost her husband around this time of year, and then she lost her right-hand man, who she considered a very close friend and was also very comforting to her around this time of year. And she really had no other confidants or anybody else, and she was really very beside herself. So I said, well, let me see if I can bring him in for you and bring in some evidence that would be very specific, something that she would have no doubt proved something. It's funny, when we try to prove the afterlife, and there have been scientific experiments on this. There's a good book called The Afterlife Experiments by Dr. Gary Schwartz, written in 2002. And pretty much he proves that there's something going on, but he can't really prove it to a scientific standard. But anyway, so what happened was the man in spirit shows me a pad and pen and says it's in the bedroom of her home. And, I don't know what to say. I just tell her what I get. And she says, oh, yes, there's a pad and pen right next to me. I'm in my bedroom right now. And that's the same pad and pen I use to write messages to my husband. So it was a very specific message, and rather pointed, if you will, about spirit communications, but coming from her right-hand man to let her know that he was okay. So spirit continues, and I say this to you to just lift up your spirits if you have any doubt, or just to let you know these things exist. Okay, so we're going to get ready now for a meditation, and then I'll do a channeled message, group message. So I'd like everybody in the audience listening to please sit back in your respective chairs and seats and uncross your arms and legs. Breathe abdominally, allowing air in deeply through your abdomen and out through your mouth. Breathing abdominally. If you're looking for a connection to the other side, I ask that you please ask your loved one or loved ones to come in. Say hello, hugs and kisses. Reunions. If you're wanting a message about your own life, please ask Spirit that you receive your answers today, either through the show or through another mechanism. As you go off to do that, I will go and do the prayer. I'll be right back. Now what I would like all of you to do on your next exhale of breath, I would like you to release into this space your energy, and I will connect us. One moment, please. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go off now and connect. We are here. We are the ones. We have come in today to the radio show to say hello to everyone and lift all people's spirits. We'd like to remind you to always keep your head high, always keep your attitude firm, always remain in the positive form of grace. By grace, we mean always being positive about all things that seem to be against you or negative, making them always positive. It is only with this healthy attitude of grace that you may experience grace. For if one is negative about one's life, one will only experience negativity back. So we want to remind all of you, remain always in the purest form of love, the highest vibration possible, no matter what transpires in your life. Always remain with your head high, understanding that this higher vibration will in turn attract more of the same. Higher attracts higher. Like attracts like. There is no one in the world that is left out of these laws. The law is the law of vibration, which states that like attracts like. When you're unhappy, when you're feeling sad and lonely or miserable, remember you need to switch the channel that you're on to a positive and lighter frequency where love can then re-enter your realm. You need to do something to change your attitude right away, for if you remain in a negative attitude, you will only attract more of the same. Just a friendly reminder from us today, for there are many in the audience that need to hear this message. Namaste. Oh boy, I hope I hope nobody's sad. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the phone lines. I'm going to see who's waiting for an other side connection first, and then we'll go to the live questions. Okay. And we've got Mary first. Hey, Mary, how you doing, honey?
Pretty good.
Good. Now, I've worked with you a number of times before. I want to thank you for your interest in the show. But I do feel, I don't remember if I brought in anyone from Spirit or not, but right now, today, I feel more of a female presence to you, more of a mothering kind of figure for you. I don't know if you have anyone in mind. I'm not really asking you that right now. I'm just going to go forward with what I have before me. May I do so, please?
Yes.
All right. Let's see what we have here, honey. Okay, there's a woman who's got she's got a longer skirt on. Okay, it goes below her knees and it's kind of wide, and she's seated. I don't know why she would show me this, so I just have to go along with it. She's kind of like a country type. She's very casual in her dress. She's wearing a soft kind of leather on her shoes. They're not very fancy looking. They're more like a lace up or whatever. She's a kind person, soft spoken person, very easygoing in her mannerisms and temperament. I don't see her face or anything just yet. She like, okay, now she's showing me more of the top. Come on. So what I get is a person who's more suburban or country, more easygoing, and very, very, very laid back. Okay, that's the first couple of things I get about her. She's a kind person, kind soul, likes animals, and might have even been raised in a rural area. Okay. I'm trying to see her face. Okay, she's showing me her face now. She has a narrow nose. It's a little longer and stronger than the average. She's very okay, now she's giving me a different side to her personality. Thin lips, outspoken when she needed to be. And so I just want to say she's country. Okay, that's what I want to say. Is more country than city. Smart, very sharp-witted, easygoing in the style of life, the lifestyle. But when she needed to say something, man, she was all over you. Do you understand this for anyone you would know, Mary?
I think so. It might be my grandmother or a close female friend that I sort of adopted as a mother.
Okay. Well, there she is before me. I'm going to bring in a few more things. She likes, I don't know why, but she shows me there's a lamb next to her. So there might have been farm animals around her. And would that hold true for either?
Probably my grandmother.
Okay. There's actually literally a lamb right now. She likes to she likes crafts. I see her doing, like, she's trying to show me little details about her life. Like, one of the things is homespun goods, home cooking, canning. Looks like she does a craft also. It's either knitting or crocheting or something like that. And also it looks like there might have been other things like quilting, that kind of a thing. You know, she's really, really filling in the role of being more of a country type than a city type. And she also did not like to be called any kind of names about, I don't know why she would say this, might have some significance or meaning to you, about being a country bumpkin or anything like that. She says, we were just as sophisticated as anybody from the city, and don't you listen to anybody telling you differently, she says to you. Let me see what else I can get here. Very smart woman in her own right, and schooling was important as a value to her in the family as well. She raised the family well. You know, good food, wholesome food, milk, that kind of a thing. Some people would argue that that's not wholesome food, but in her mind, in her books, that's wholesome food. You know, some people are against dairy and all that these days.
Yes.
Right? She says, but she's trying to say something to you about all this, because you are call it an iconoclast in contrast to her in some way. That's what I kind of think is going on here. I'm going to get to it in a moment, but first I just want to give me one or two more details about herself before we go through to that. Okay, I'm pretty sure we have a grandma here. She's also wearing a hat, and she looks like she mostly had her hair on a longer side. It looks like her hair, okay, now she's showing me more about her face. Her hair, original color was more in a brown to mid-tone brown. Got a lot of golden highlights, but then of course she gets older, it gets white. It looks like there's a sun under her. So if this is your mother's mother, then your mother would have a brother, or it could be your father.
Yeah, my mother. It would be my mother's mother.
Yeah, and she had a brother, right?
Oh, yeah, she got a few of them.
Okay, because I didn't feel it was your father's mother. I did very much feel it was your mother's mother. Something about dairy, and dairy foods are very important, very healthy. She likes dairy, like milk and all that. That's very important. She must have had that kind of value for food like that. Wholesome, high energy foods are good for you. And you, my dear, she says to you, you're not eating right, Mary. Okay, what are you leaving out of your diet, honey?
A lot of things.
Oh, okay, because she's into
I'm diabetic and I'm not eating the way I should.
Oh, well, the grandma's coming in to, talk about that. Oh, good, clean, wholesome food. I don't know if diabetics can eat dairy. I don't think it's a problem depending on what kind of dairy.
No, not dairy, no.
Yeah, but she says, good food. You got to eat good food. You got to keep your life clean, Mary. You got to take care of yourself. I love you very much. I don't want to see you in agony and distraught so much all the time. As she says those words, I see you barreling over with pains in your stomach lately. Have you had any kind of gastro issues going on, Mary, or ulcerative issues there?
No.
Okay. Well, I guess she just means not eating right. Then we'll leave it at that. Or that you're not feeling well. She shows me you're not feeling well. She says, I wish that you could get over that thing that you have right now. And what is going on in your lungs? Is saying something about your lungs. Are your lungs okay, honey? Mary?
I have COPD.
Oh yeah, you told me that at another show, but now she's saying it again to me to remind us of that. I wish that you could get over that, what's in your lungs. Okay, so Grandma's giving you some messages to take care of your health and do the best you can, Mary. I'm just the messenger, my love, okay?
Okay.
All right, but do the best you can with that, all right?
Thank you.
You're welcome, honey. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Have a nice day.
Thank you, honey. Bye-bye. Okay, we've got another person waiting, and that is Joanne for an other side connection. Let's go to Joanne. Hey, Joanne.
Hey, Laura, how are you?
I'm doing great, love. How are you this evening?
Okay, thank you.
All right. So Joanne is from Long Island, and I like Long Island. My mother used to live on Long Island, and I lived in Queens, so we all have a special place in our heart for New York and the Northeast. And I hear you're going to be getting a huge storm coming along again. Okay, so let's see who we've got for you, my dear. Unfortunately for me, hold on for a second, because I know so many people on Long Island. Okay, this is Joanne, 631, father. Okay, there's a male for you, okay, a male person in spirit. I don't know who you're wanting to speak to, honey. Are you flexible as to who comes through, love, or are you really trying to get just one soul through, honey?
No, I'm always open.
Okay.
I'm always open.
All right, good. Well, here's a man, male to you, and he could be a father to other people or your father. I don't know yet. I'm going to give you more details. I do see dark hair on him. It has a wave to it, and that could mean they could show me any time in their life. I'm just giving you a brush of what I'm getting at the moment. He's not overweight. He's more on the slender side. Why is he showing us? I hate to say this, but he looks really old now, and he's showing me his body, and he actually is just showing me in underwear and undershirt. I don't know why, other than that I could get a really good look at how withered away he is and how old he is. He also gives me the impression that he might have lost some mental faculties as he gets to be older. I'm going to give you one or two more things, and then I'll come back to you to see if you recognize this person, because me saying underwear, that will not help you recognize this person. Perhaps slender and original color hair is dark, but I still haven't given you enough. Hold on one second. Unfortunately, my own father is supplanting him, and I don't know if spirit is doing that because this male that's in spirit for you is like my father, or if there's a cross link here. So just give me a moment. Okay, I'm going back to him. Wait one second. Father. Okay, you got to give me more information, sir. There is something going on in the chest and the throat area. And that is that would have something to do with breathing and breath. And it looks to me like he would have smoked cigarettes at one point in his life. I'm going to continue a little bit more. I need to see your face, sir, or get a name or something. There's also a name that comes in. It might not be his exactly, but there is a Joe name or Joseph name that comes in around this.
It's my father. It's my father, Joseph. It is. He's dark hair. I don't think he smoked, though. If anything, I think he was very against smoking. But there is from what I understand, a chest issue.
Okay, perfect.
Definitely my father, Joseph.
Okay, well, and the way he's showing me himself in his underwear, is just to show that he got withered and old. And I think you tried to take care of him for a while. There were a few other.
No, I never knew him. No,
you didn't know him.
I never knew him.
Oh, really?
No.
You didn't even know him? Okay.
No.
Well, anyway, he shows me himself withered and old, and his problem there in the upper chest cavity to throat area. He is coughing a lot. Forget the cigarettes, or maybe he did when he was younger. I don't know. Maybe you don't know either. I don't know, but I'll just give you everything I get.
No, I know of him. I know of him. I look just like him. He didn't raise me. My mom raised me.
Okay.
But it's definitely him. I knew it was him. I could feel it was him when you said wavy dark hair. I knew it was him. He always comes through.
Oh, okay. Well, he wants to.
He always comes through.
Oh, well, he is looking out.
Yeah.
He is looking out for you. He says, I'm looking over your shoulder all the time. He says, I know that you don't want me to. He says, but I'm doing it anyway. I think he means that there was something going on during life that may have made you feel, well, now you're going to look over my shoulder when you're on Earth, you're not looking over my shoulder. But there's a protective feeling about him now, as if he wants to, take an interest in your welfare and your well-being. And he says to you, there's some kind of a nickname for you also. It's like a TR, or I hear this name. I don't know what he means by this. Trudy or Truly, or I don't know. That name kind of pops in as if there's a nickname he has for you. Did you have a nickname from him, honey?
No.
Okay.
Not that I know of.
All right. Well, let's just put it this way. He's trying to say that he cares about you. And it seems like there might have been, and I don't know if I'm projecting because of what you just said, so I have to be very careful. But what I'm getting is the sense of him wanting to come in now to show you your due respect and that he cares about you. He says, I'm not far from home anymore. I'm not far from home. I'm around you all the time. I'm in your home. I come to see you. I come to say hello. He says, I care about you. And he also goes back to saying, I did not demonstrate that enough on earth. So I want to apologize for that. And I love you, Joanne, very, very much. There's also another male with him. It seems to be lateral to you in energy. And that's somebody he's trying to present to us as well. Either a brother to you or a husband or a friend or someone like that. I'm going to just see if that soul wants to present a little bit more, Joanne, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, love. Hold on, Dad. Somebody pops into the spirit room, laughing, is boisterous, big build, very gregarious, fun-loving kind of person. When I say big build, it looks like he's carrying extra weight, but not, could be, not to the point of obese, but he just got this bigger form to him. He's very fun kind. You know who he is, okay. Very fun-loving person.
I think so.
Yeah. Well, I'll just explain a few more things about him because I think you'll recognize him. He's got dark hair. Okay. He might have liked to wear a little mustache or a little goatee or something every now and then. He shows me that. He likes gambling or something to do with numbers or that kind of thing. He's kind of gamey type. Something like that. And I don't know exactly. He's enterprising, I guess, is a better way. I want to loosen that up a little bit. Like he might have had businesses or that kind of a thing. He's very smart, sharp-witted. But he's good with numbers, and he might have gambled every now and then, but it wasn't his mainstay. I'm saying, personally, he might have liked to play cards or something or play the horses. But he just has this sense about him of being fun, being smart, and being very sharp-witted. But he comes in to present also to you, and he says hello. Okay, darling?
Oh, thank you. I can only think maybe of one person. I'm not sure who it is, but I think I might know. I think it might. Does he give an initial or a name or anything like that? I'm just curious.
Yeah, I don't know. You said Rocky before, and now it's not Rocky. Is that right?
Rocky? Did you say Rocky?
I heard you say Rocky before. You didn't say Rocky?
No, I didn't say Rocky.
Well,
Rocky
now
was my stepfather.
Oh my God! And I'm here.
My stepfather.
Oh wow! Did he look like that?
I never had a mustache.
Oh, well,
I thought it was my friend Vinny, but Rocky was my late stepfather, who was the only dad I really knew.
Okay, now listen to me. Did he carry extra weight on him? Was he kind of very enterprising, fast energy kind of guy, but a little extra weight on him? Dark hair, original color.
I don't like. When I remember Rocky, I was a little girl. I was thinking it was maybe my friend Vinny, who was a narcotics cop that was killed over 15 years ago, and that's who I was feeling with my friend Vinny, because it just sounded like all these Italians around me.
I know, I'm Italian.
But when you said Rocky, I mean, Rocky's a very distinct name. Rocky's my stepfather. He could have, I guess he's Italian. I guess he could have gained some weight over the years.
Okay.
Dark haired again.
Dark hair. Forget about the mustache or anything like that. But he's overweight. Yeah. This man. He's very. He might like to gamble a little bit. He doesn't look like a cop. He's not showing me that. So I'm going to put Vinny to the side.
Vinny didn't look like a cop because he was a narcotics detective. So he totally didn't look like a cop at all.
Okay,
he looked like a fierce biker.
All right.
That's why I thought when you said the mustache or the goatee. But when you said Rocky, I mean, that would be really interesting because Rocky, I haven't heard or seen from Rocky in forever.
Well, I want to say we honor even we have to honor all the things that come through. So I hear Rocky, so he's here also with you. I see a man who's overweight, who's looks like he dies at a younger age. Okay, because his hair is still dark, although I can't really conclude that he is overweight. Something about him very enterprising, like He could be very well a narcotics cop, but he's gamey. He knows the streets. He's got streetwise. And this is the other man that I see, and he's got dark hair. So maybe that's Vinny. I'm just going to give you one or two more things that I see with the man or Rocky or whatever, and then we'll conclude this. Okay, both of them are very loving people. Which people are very loving, Spirit? Rocky is very loving. Even though you said he died when you were young, he's still a very loving man, very demonstrative. Oh my God, he says he used to kiss and hug you all the time. Do you remember that, honey?
Well, he didn't die when I was young. Him and my mom divorced. He actually died when I was older, but I wasn't in touch with him. But he was a good stepdad to me.
All right.
He really was. He was a good stepdad.
Well, he says he's demonstrative. It's his nature to be like that. And let me see what else I could see about him. He also seems to have another child, like a son, or you have a brother. Do you have a brother, honey?
I think I might have an older brother that my father may have had, and Rocky I know had other children. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let's not. Well, all right. Well, I see him.
And yet I can't even get a husband at almost 49.
Oh, you're so funny. You're funny. You're funny. Okay, so he presents that way. He has a son at least besides you, and you just gave me some ideas about that. And then the other guy, let me see if he wants to say anything. Are you Vinny? It's hard. I just want to see if he wants to give me one or two more pieces of evidence to let you know a little more about him.
So sweet, Laura. Thank you for this. This is really special.
Oh, thank you, honey. Let me see if he wants to give me anything. Okay. So the only other thing he's giving me was kind of funny. Do you remember Abbott and Costello?
Oh my God, we used to watch them all the time.
Well,
Sundays.
Yeah. Well,
he was here.
When he was there, okay, because he shows me Abbott and Costello. Of course, he'd be the heavier guy. He would be more like the heavier guy in Abbott and Costello. This man that presents to me doesn't look identical to him, but he shows me Abbott and well, maybe he just meant it as evidence. This is for Vinny, right?
I think it's more of a validation. Well, Vinny was a big guy. Vinny was a friend of mine.
Oh, then
a dear friend of mine.
Okay, then who watched Abbott?
I don't know which one you're talking about. Like Rocky would have made the association with Abbott and Costello.
Oh, okay, then maybe I'm on him.
Young child.
All right.
But he wasn't a fat man. I don't remember him being like a beefy man. Like Vinny was a big guy with the goatee and dark hair and Italian. But Rocky was he was a Virgo, very clean cut, very orderly, very organized.
All right. Well, we have the name Rocky. We have a heavy man here who's streetwise. And then all of a sudden I see Abbott and Costello. So I don't know what that means. Maybe Rocky's telling.
He's just trying to validate to me that it is him.
Right, yeah, your stepfather. But I'm trying to get Vinny to give me a validation. Hold on, honey. All right. So he's a big guy. He's very streetwise. Is there anything you could show us, Vinny, besides all that? We already heard.
One thing that I know, it would definitely be Vinny.
All right,
he knows what it is. Come on, Ben. You could show me.
Yeah, hold on, honey. Let me just let him talk.
Okay.
Okay, the only thing he's saying, and I know this is a little bizarre, but something about your cousin knows him too. Do you know anything about that? He showed me his badge, but that's irrelevant because you already told me he was a cop. But he said something about your cousin knows him too. Does that mean anything to you, honey?
I don't know about that. It's a small world. You never know. You know.
You never know. All right, I'm going to let you go, honey, because I don't want to go on and on about this.
Laura.
But thank you so much, honey. Thank you, love. Bye-bye. Bye. Okay. I'm going to go to the first person who's made a donation, and that would be Susie B., who's the first one. And then we got Karen, and we have Jackie. Those three people made donations. I'm taking them in order of the time they made the donation. So I have to find Susie. Oh, my God, there's so many people here. Holy crap. All right, here we are, Susie. Hey, honey. Hi. Hello, lovely.
Did you like what I put in there? Jump the gate.
I love it. I jumped the gate. I could just see you now doing a pole vault over it. Okay, sweetheart, give me your question, love, and do not give me background. Go ahead.
Okay, I would really like you to please look into what this relationship will become with Khalil.
What will come of the relationship with Tolio? Now, I'm not objective about that. Are you sure you want me to answer that? I can refund your money. I'm not objective.
No, I want you to just tell me what spirit gives you.
Okay, it's really hard to do that because I am the filter. Everybody listening, by the way, if I already know a lot of, it's like reading for myself if I know you. So I try to, it's hard to do that. But I will give you I've already given you some information. Hold on. I don't think that anything's going to progress there, sweetheart. Okay, and I can't be that objective about it if something has happened since your last conversation with me that I don't know about. I don't know what to say, but I still get a no.
Yeah, I get. Yes, there's been some things, but
does it have to do with the red flowers that I saw?
No.
Okay. Well, I don't feel a good energy there for a future romance. And that's what I'm going to say. I hope that I'm wrong because I know you like him. So let's see what happens with that. But I'm not objective. I'm sorry. I can't get it out of my head what I already know.
All right.
All right, honey. Thank you so much, love. I'm going to put you back in the queue.
Okay, doll. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, honey. Bye. Okay, everybody. If you would like to join our contest, if you're not on our mailing list, just go to spiritmediumtv.com. I'm looking for Karen right now. And join our mailing list. And then you will be in to win a private session with me. And also, there she is. Also, if you would like 25% off a private session with me, just go to Spirit Medium TV and item 1 will send you through to get that. Where does she go? Oh, this switchboard is so slippery. Hello, Karen. How are you?
I'm good.
Good, love. Okay, go ahead and give me your question, honey, and don't give me background, okay?
Okay, now I just have a few things going on right now, but I would like to know the status of any future love life, past love life. Love life. We'll just go for the love life.
Oh, okay. Karen, love life. Yes or no? Oh, God. Karen, yes or no?
Are you asking me that?
No, honey, I'm asking Spirit.
Okay.
I just want to say the first thing that I see is, and I don't know, every time I'm around you, I think I get the same idea about somebody who is like an accountant. Now, you're not an accountant, right?
No. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is this a man you knew from the past? As accountant, he's not too tall. Gets on your nerves, though, whoever he is. Does this resonate for you? He's not really tall. He's an accountant. He's kind of nebbish. Do you know what I mean?
No. Yeah.
Nobody that's from the past? Okay. Let me just go forward. All right, let me go forward then, honey. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're trying too hard, Spirit says, to kind of find somebody. It's time now to take a rest. Just relax. And then what I see is a sort of like time in the middle of the spring, like in mid-April, when something is going to change. And that looks like a time of high probability to meet somebody. Are you taking, I know that you took a trip recently, well, last time I talked to you, taking a trip. Are you taking any trips coming up? Are you taking another trip around that time?
No, I've done so much traveling this year. I'm resting now.
You're going to rest now? Okay. So I feel that you will be meeting somebody, be mid-April. As of today, those are the energies of today, and just relax because you've been putting effort in, but you're not getting any results, and it frazzles you. And so the best thing to do is just relax, go about your business, have fun, go out. They're telling me go out to eat a lot with friends. You probably already do that, but they're saying to do it because that's how you're going to meet him, just through friends. Just go out with friends, have fun, and I see him coming in unexpectedly without you doing much about it, just him falling into your life, falling into your lap, or you falling into his lap.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
You don't say anything with any ex-boyfriends or anything?
Well, was your ex-boyfriend on the shorter side and kind of analytical in nature?
I don't know if you could.
Did he wear glasses?
He was was comatose.
Did he wear glasses and have a, shall we say, a follically challenged head, like the top of his head?
A little bit, but not much. He had a decent amount of hair.
Okay. Well, was he about 5'8" to 5'10", honey, in height?
Yeah, I would say.
What did he do?
Probably about that height.
Okay. Well, I think that
he was a dentist. He was not an accountant.
Not an accountant, but he's analytical in his nature. He's not a real he-man. His strength comes from his brains. This is the man. This is the man I saw. Okay, before. Okay, so I'll look to see if he'll come back in. He may not be an accountant, but he's I don't know how to say it. He's cerebral. Okay, I'll just say it that way. Versus being an orangutan kind of, I'm going to strangle you kind of guy. Very cerebral, but he's a pain in the neck though. He's also a pain in the neck. He talks too much. He's a little bit arrogant about certain things, mostly do with brains. All right, hold on for a second. Is he going to come back in? Yes or no? This is for Karen. You sure, honey, that you want him back? They're saying you don't. You don't want him back.
I was just comfortable, but no, probably not.
Okay.
It's not a good choice.
Well, they said you don't want him back. They said, so don't worry about that. It'll be somebody new. He drove you crazy. Yeah, it frazzled your nerves, and he was always asking for more. Like he never could get enough, and it didn't matter what it was. It was just something. He always wanted more. He's drained your energy. Move on. Drained your energy. Time to move forward. New people, new places. April, keep your eye on April, Karen.
Okay.
All right, sweetheart.
Sounds like. Okay, thanks, Laura.
Thank you, honey. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, I'm going to go to Jackie, who's made a donation. Jackie, hello there. How are you this evening?
Good, Laura. How are you?
I'm good. Okay, so what I need you to do is just give me your question, not a lot of background, okay?
Okay. I would like to know if I am going to get the internship site that I want to get.
Internship site that she wants to get. Will she be getting that? Yes or no, Spirit? This for Jackie. Not right away. Nope. It will be delayed. Well, does that mean it'll ever come in? There's gonna be some issues there, honey. And I don't know what that is really. I mean, I don't know what an intern site is, but I'm hearing or get a huge problem there. Okay. There's something to do with budget constraints, holding back on making decisions, the people who have the purse strings. And that's why it won't happen right away. Will it ever happen? Yes, it could possibly happen later out into the future, but not right away, not within the first 6 months of this year. That would be up to June. That's the first 6 months of this year. After that, there will be more possibilities and more feasibility done to this. And they're using the word feasibility on purpose as if there needs to be some kind of a study of it to prove that it needs to be done and that it would be effective. And that seems to be happening after June. They'll be doing something that allows them to prove that it needs to be done. The funding will be there. This is what I'm getting. I don't know if this makes any sense to you, but this is what they're telling me. Does this make any sense to you, honey?
It does. I'm not eligible until September, but they have I think openings in July and then September. And it is I thought it was in the planning stages, but I thought that was a done deal. It sounds like something got held up, like there's some red tape or something.
Well, let me just, because what I get is that it's held up till June or July, okay? And then after that, there's going to be something that comes through that makes it feasible. And then I was feeling September very much. I didn't say that, but I was feeling September. So I do feel there's a great possibility. But the answer came through, not right now. But that's true, because it won't be till September that you're even eligible.
Right.
Okay.
But they're supposedly making decisions on who gets in now.
Okay, let's just see if the decision has. There's a lot of tentativeness around it. So what I'm hearing is, and what I'm seeing and feeling is, that even though you may have been chosen, I still think there's some kind of budget issue. Some kind of a budget issue that's holding it up, that may prevent it from happening. They don't have the budgeting and funding right now, but that looks like it will be approved if all things go according to the energy of now. The probable future is that it will be done by June, July, and that you will be able to get in. Now, are you approved? Yes, well, you weren't even asking me because you assume you're approved, so I'm assuming you're approved. I think there's a budget issue right now. Go ahead, what were you going to ask?
Oh, I was going to ask if they liked me, if they
Yes,
thought I would.
They do. They do like you. They do like you. And I also hear something about, candidate for life. I don't know what that means. I guess they like you enough to say that whatever it is, they'd always take you. You have the right credentials, the right attitude. You're somebody that's classic for what they're looking for. So have no fear. They do like you. Have no fear. There are budget constraints, but it looks like they'll be overcome. And it looks like it can come through eventually, but just not right now. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, honey. Thank you. And the animals, thank you too, because it goes to, the donation goes to help animals. Thank you so much, honey.
And I just love that.
Oh, thank you. So do I. Love animals. All right, honey. Take care, sweetie. Bye.
All right. Have a good night.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye. Okay. Now I'm going to go to the person that seems to have been waiting the longest. If I can read this cue correctly, it looks like somebody's been here for a very long time. Renee. Hello, Renee. How are you this evening, honey? Where are you this evening? Renee skipped town. Okay, she goes back into the queue. And unfortunately, once that happens, I'm going on. I have to move on. Talisa. Hey, Talisa. Hi, honey. Talisa? 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 Talisa, can you hear me? Can you hear me, honey? You were talking.
I'm sorry.
Your private conversation was on the air.
I was reading to my son.
All right, not a problem. Okay, so go ahead and give me your question, sweetheart.
Do you see me moving soon?
All right, thank you. Hey, she did it right. She gave me just her question. Thank you. Yes or no for Talisa? Yeah, you'll be able to get out of that place very soon. I hear the word dump, like you don't really like it at all. You don't like it at all, and you will be relieved from that place.
Everything is wrong.
Everything is wrong. It doesn't seem healthy even to live there, as if there's something, I don't know, something toxic in the environment there. But you will be able to leave very soon. You know about that? Okay. You will be able to leave soon. I want to see why. You're going to be able to get some kind of, I don't see where the money's coming from. That's what the problem is. So I'm trying to see where that's going to come from. It looks like, I don't know, some intervention there, either a federal thing or something to help you, some kind of government money or something going to go on that's going to maybe condemn where you're living, but you can't be there and you have to be put up somewhere else. Well,
thank God. So you mean they're really gonna come in? Is it the application that we put in, but they denied it? Is it them? Is it the same place or somebody else?
Okay, is that a government thing? Is that application?
But they denied it. They denied it. I heard. I don't know what's going on with it, but they're supposed to be renovating it, and we're supposed to move so they could, renovate the whole property.
Yeah, because it's like,
I don't know if it's them or it might be just a regular health department. Either way, we need to move.
Yeah, no, it's very toxic. It's like I can see water leaking and all kinds of things going on
everywhere.
There. Horrible.
Stuff going on.
You poor baby.
Yeah.
Well, I get it's a government program that will come in to relieve you. So let's see what happens. It's like, where are you living? Do you live in Michigan or anything? Are you in that area with the? Where do you live, honey?
No, I'm in North Carolina, but it's just as bad as Flint.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
they trying to put everybody on the lake system, and everybody's saying it's toxic. Yeah, it's the same.
Oh my God!
They're trying to kill everybody.
Oh my God, you
Yeah.
poor thing. Well, I hear that there's gonna be some kind of government intervention, and you will be able to be moved. Wow. Wow, that could get some. That's interesting with the politics, right? You said South or North Carolina?
This is North Carolina.
North. Oh, okay, it's not South. All right, sweetheart. So I see a positive outcome for this. So keep your prayers going. All right, love. Keep your prayers going.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome, honey. God bless. Bye bye.
All right, have a
Bye. Okay. I was just thinking about that Joanne earlier, how I thought she said the name Rocky, but apparently Spirit said it. Wow, that was interesting. Okay, I am now going to Maria. Hey, Maria.
Hi, Laura.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hi, Laura. How are you?
I'm great, love, and how are you?
I'm doing good, hanging in there.
Good. So just give me your question. Don't give me background. Go ahead, love.
Yes, my question has to do with love.
Okay.
And am I going to meet my future husband this year?
Oh, yeah. I kind of feel yes. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can. Yeah, let me see why. Maria, this is Maria 305. You have a lot of ability to meet somebody this year. Actually, it's a very good year for you. It's going to be filled with opportunities. There's a lot of firsts in your life this year, new things, new opportunities. And for some reason or other, I see a lot of, I can't really understand what it looks like, flowers, like roses. There's also something to go along with that. And I have to follow it through, honey, even though it doesn't seem connected. I'll have to follow it through. There's something to. Do you work in the clothing industry or anything like that? There's something with clothing, newness, something like that. What kind of business are you in, sweetheart?
But I like clothes. I go to stores.
Okay. Well, I see like an upscale showroom with clothing in it, and I see cream color and roses and things like that, light pink roses. I don't know why I see that, but maybe that's going to be significant with meeting this person. So I just present that to you. But I'm trying to get details on why Spirit is saying that you're going to meet him this year, because you put a lot of effort in, and it's now the time.
Yes, I've been at it for years.
Yeah, it's time now. And it's like the straw that broke the camel's back, they're telling me. I'm using that metaphor to say, just keep at it and finally it will just click. So keep doing what you've been doing. Keep sniffing around, looking for Mr. Right. Keep going out. Keep looking for the right people. But I see around June to July, 6th to 7th month of this year, a shift in your energy and that right person coming in. I see him actually pretty clearly. He looks like he has short brown hair. He's doesn't look that tall. Maybe it's hard to tell height because it's always relative, but he's
right.
Yeah, but he's okay. If I had to say what height he is, he's 5'8" to maybe 5'10". Not terribly tall. How tall are you, Maria?
5'6".
No, that's a good height. That's a good height for you. Okay. And he's wearing a white tuxedo, and he's on a boat right now, as if he's, I don't know, he might have something to do with that, or maybe a white suit. Maybe he's in a yachting business or something. But I see him on a boat on a yacht with a white outfit on, white thing. So just keep going out, looking, but somehow or other in the summertime, I do see, or June, late spring, early summer, you're going to be meeting this person. And then they said, watch out, because your whole life is going to change. All the work you put in is going to turn around, and you will find you will be retributed for all of your effort.
Oh, thank God. Oh, Laura, thank you, and thanks, Spirit.
All right, honey. You're welcome. Love it. All right, honey. You have a beautiful evening, Maria. God bless. Bye.
Thank you. You too. Thanks.
Bye. Okay. And I am now going to go to Dawn, who's been waiting. the longest. Hello, Dawn. How are you, honey?
Hello, good evening. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great, love. What can I do for you, honey?
I have a lot in my head right now, but let me focus. Dating. Will I find someone to be in a relationship with, an authentic, long-term, happy relationship?
Okay, and this is for Dawn 929 area code. I use that as vibration. Relationship, yes or no? Yes or no? Yeah, you're going to have a relationship soon. Not too far away.
Oh.
They also make me feel like you don't have a lot of time between like it's not that hard for you to enter into a relationship. And that you have had other relationships. You know, some people, like with Maria, she's been working at it for years. But with you, I get the feeling like they kind of come and they go, the relationships. Maybe the issue is that it's authentic. You need the authentic one. You know what I mean? You may have had a lot of relationships, but not the one you want. So, right? It's like 6 months. She doesn't go longer than 6 months, ladies and gentlemen, without a fresh recruit, you know. God bless you, honey. God bless you for that. So yeah. Well, you're very popular with the boys, they say. Very popular with men. You do get a lot of opportunities. The problem is you need to be more selective that when the next one comes around. And let me just see something else. Yeah, but you will have an opportunity coming up soon, not too much farther out, 2 to 3 months at the longest. It will be more what you're looking for, a serious man. A man who's very responsible. He looks like he's wearing a uniform as if he might have fought in the Army or the Navy or something, or he has a military background, which would make him very responsible, a good guy. And that's what you're really looking for, a good guy. You know what I mean? You need a guy who's very responsible. And somebody who's not I don't mean to sound denigrating, but not a jerk. You want a guy who's got character, a stand-up kind of guy, and that's probably why they're showing me that he's done some kind of work in the military. He also seems to he continues his work from military to civilian life, doing something else for the government, and he might even be doing something to do with what do they call that? CIA. Something like that. So keep your eyes peeled, girlfriend. You know what I mean? So he's very stand-up kind of guy, very exciting kind of career, very interesting person. Older? Good build. Yeah, he's a little older. I mean, not old. How old do you want him? Do you want him old? You don't want him old. You don't want him old.
No, I still have things to do. But I need him to be like mature, like, you know, but not old like grandpa.
No, he'd be like early 30s, maybe, not much older than that. Not much older than that. What I'm saying to you, he could definitely be late 20s, early 30s. He might have done a stint overseas or whatever in the armed services, and then he comes back and he starts a new career, but it's related. So you're gonna. So that's what I see for you: a very powerful, strong personality, but also very giving, smart guy who's very balanced, even-tempered, and a stand-up kind of person. Now, do you have a little child? Do you have a little child, honey? Do you have a child?
No.
Okay, well, he had.
No, I have a nephew.
Oh, you have a nephew? Okay, I see a little boy around you. All right, well then.
Yes, I have a little nephew.
Okay, well, that's all I see then. I thought maybe he had the child all of a sudden.
My twin.
Your twin son. Okay, yeah, well, that doesn't matter.
My brother's son, yeah.
Oh, well, this new man will want to have children and all that other business as well. So just get ready, girlfriend.
90 seconds.
All right, sweetie, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for calling in. Thank you, honey. Thank you. Bye. Bye-bye. Okay. All right. I want to thank everybody for calling in. Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, we continue this exciting adventure with Spirit and you guys. If you would like a private session with me, just go to booklaura.com. And if you put in the event code field, radio show, you will get a 25% discount or a third more time. Thank you, everybody, so much for tuning in. And I look forward to doing this again with you in the future. Namaste.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.